Hello guys, I warmly welcome to all of you for today's session. I hope everybody doing fine, keep on learning and keep on growing. So today's session we are going to discuss about Power Query. So introduction to Power Query. So what is Power Query? Why we are going to use the Power Query and how we are going to use the Power Query? What are the perspectives of the using the Power Queries? Right. So the second module in the Power BI, like in Power BI, we already discussed about different kinds of visualize entail. What is the Power BI? What is the use of the Power BI? Power BI used for data visualization, where we can create a dashboard. With the help of the dashboard, we are able to do the data visualization, right, as per the requirements. So in Power BI, have seen guys, we discuss different kinds of visualization tool. What is the difference between them, basically, right? And what is the main perspective, like a table tag, matrix, right? So table tool, matrix tool, slicer, new slicer, card, different kinds of card, new card, multi-row card, right? What is the difference between way differentiate, how to enable the map feature, right? So that all we completed. So today we are going to discuss Power Query. What is the use of the Power Query basically, guys? Let me introduce first. Power Query basically used for data cleaning purpose. Like once we have a raw data, once we have a duplicate data inside, right? That duplicates value, that null value, we have to remove the values, remove null values so that we can make the data relevant and flexible. Okay. So in that case, we have to use Power Query, right? So what is Power Query? A data connection technology to discover connection, combine and define the data, right? So we connect technology, discover the connect and combine the data and define. What do we mean by refine? Obviously, once we collect the data from different sources, after we have to refine means cross check. This data is relevant or not, right? That is to refine the data. Then finally we have to examine and finally we have to evaluate the data. Availables in Excel, right? Here, see, available in Excel, Power BI, and other Microsoft tool. User-friendly interface ETL. ETL stands for extract, transform, load, and automates data cleaning and transformation task. Okay. Key feature. What is the key features in Power Query? Import data from multiple sources, like you can see as Excel, SQL, web. I mean, uniform resource locator. Any website you can take your data, right? Like suppose in a company extracting data of a specific URLs. In that case, you can use the URL as well. Data cleaning, like you have to remove the duplicates. The values, which duplicates means if same data repeating number of times, that is called duplicates. We can use the filter and replace the values. Okay. If there's a null value, so that one we can replace as well. Data transformation, we can merge the data, append data, pivot, unpivot, transpose data, right? As well as you can go to the reverse the data, rename the data. What do you mean by merge? In merge, we're going to perform the aggregate function like sum, max, minimum, counts, average. Append always at the data end of the line, right? So we can append the data. Suppose we have the data set in directory, I mean folder known as a directory known as a folder. In folder, I have a suppose Excel file only. Suppose I have CSV file only. So Excel file we can also append. So what do you mean by append? Even in Python, there's a function name is append. So once we use the append, that particular element going to add end of the list in Python as well. Same here also. Once we add any particular file, it will going to add end of the file. That is called append. So append, we are going to do the different format. Suppose we have Excel file, that one we can also append. Suppose we have only individual CSV file, that one we can also append, right? And suppose we have an Excel and CSV combination, that one we can also append. Okay. Then automate repetitive task. We can repetitive task. You can also make automated and integration with the Power BI and Excel as well. How we are going to integrate with the Power BI and Excel. Power Query workflow. What is the workflow of the Power Query? I mean, how Power Query work basically, right? So connect data source, apply transformation, and combine data, load data into Excel or Power BI, and refresh data automatically. Just refresh the data automatically. Here we no need to do individual manually again and again. What is the benefits basically? Save time in data preparation and reducing manual errors. Obviously, it's to save the time for data preparation once you prepare the data, reduce manual errors, right? And easy to use, easy to access, no coding required. Obviously, In Power Query, coding is not required, guys. It's just like once you go for the DAX function, next in DAX function, we have to write here. Here in Power Query, everything we are going to just do with the click events and scalabilities of last data sets, right? So scalable with the last data set also, where we can work with the last data set and same is integrations with the Microsoft tool as well. Okay, so this is a normal introduction of the Power Query, guys. How Power Query going to work? What is the workflow of the Power Query? What is the benefits of Power Query? What are the key features which one we are going to use? Right. So we are going to see in next session how we are going for the practically, right. So once again, let me summarize the topic. So Power Query used for data cleaning purpose. The main perspective why we are going to use the Power Query. So data cleaning. Once we have duplicates value, once we have a null value, in that scenario, we have to use the Power Query. Okay, and this is really very interesting how to append the file, how to merge the file, right? And there's a text function as well. You're also going to cover up text function like you're going to keep row, remove row, how to handle the error inside, right? How to remove the null value from data. So there are various way to how to remove the null value from data and say from data sets. So that one all we are going to discuss in practical section. This was the only theory how we're going to step into. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Thanks. See you next video.